Hey, what's going on everyone? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another new video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at another one of the returning weapons for this year's Festival of the Lost. Today we're taking a look at the heavy verse shotgun, the Arcane Embrace. Now this weapon got a couple of different perks and definitely got a bit of an upgrade from the version that was last year. So if you guys didn't play last year or you didn't think much about the shotgun, maybe you'll be surprised this year with some of the perks that's actually got. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the perks, taking a look at all of them, and also taking a look at the best ones that you should be looking for if you're looking for a god rule on this weapon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you do, remember to like and subscribe to the channel for some more Destiny content. And now let's get into it, and first we got to talk about how to actually get this weapon. Now there's actually a lot of different ways to get this Festival of the Lost weapons. You can get them at the end of activities, you could trade some candy for them, and you also get some from the reward track. These ones also do have a special, like shiny holofoil version that makes it all green. I don't know how you guys feel about this one. I actually really like it, but I know it's been a little controversial. Some people really don't like the green, but since green is my favorite color, I definitely like this one. Now this weapon is a heavy burst shotgun, and it comes with only one origin trait perk, being Search Party, which gives this weapon faster aim down sight speed and movement speed while aiming down sights, and no allies are near. This one's not really going to come into play. It can work sometimes in Crucible, but most of the time, you're not really going to be using this perk at all. And now let's move on and let's take a look at the most important thing when it comes to any weapon. Let's take a look at the trait perks. We're going to have a quick overview of the perks first, and then we'll go a little bit more in depth into some of the best ones. And at the very end, we'll also talk about some god rolls, and essentially the ones that you want to look for on this weapon. And because of the nature of this weapon, we're mostly going to be focusing on PvE. I think that's like where this weapon really shines, and where most of you guys are probably going to be using it. So let's not waste any time, let's get into it, and let's start with the very first trait perk. Now these are the options we have for the very first trait perk. We have 4 times the charm, we have Reconstruction, we have Lone Wolf, we have Rapid Hit, Envious Assassin, Dual Loader, and lastly Grave Robber. And the main two that I'm kind of looking at for this slot right here are going to be Reconstruction or 4 times the charm. 4 times the charm is going to give you more ammo, so you can actually use the weapon a lot more often. And as long as you're hitting precision hits, you're going to be getting a ton of extra ammo back. And since you fire twice with each trigger pull, we should have a lot of chances of actually triggering 4 times the charm. And if we're going to be shooting just a big enemy that has a big crit spot, we can get a ton of ammo back with 4 times the charm. And then we have Reconstruction, and yeah, this is going to be good for the reason that it's good on every other weapon. It's going to auto-load our shotgun as well as overflow it, allowing us to fire this weapon for just much longer. And this weapon already has a very big magazine, so when you overflow it, it becomes crazy huge, almost being able to fire pretty much every shot that you have available just in the magazine. It is really crazy, so if you never want to worry about actually manually reloading this weapon, Reconstruction is going to be really good, especially because this one you have to load it a bunch of times. So Reconstruction, just kind of bypassing all of that, is really nice. And then the couple extra shots you have in the magazine, those allow you to just put more shots out there on some bigger enemies without having to reload. So this is just like the perfect perk for this weapon, just because it bypasses all the reloading you have to do with it, which is the most annoying part of the weapon. Now these are the options we're going to have for the second trait perk. We have Rolling Storm, Bolt Shot, Precision Instrument, Surrounded, Aggregate Charge, Dragonfly, and lastly Collective Pugilism. And the main 3 that we're going to talk about, actually 4 that we're going to talk about, since we're going to talk about 2 damage perks. But first, let's start with the ones that have some arc synergy. You have both Rolling Storm as well as Bolt Shot. And I think both of these are going to work pretty well, depending on the perk you have on the other column. Bolt Shot is not really going to work with Reconstruction because it just doesn't work. It kind of like goes against what Reconstruction is, but it can work with 4 times the charm, and that way you can deal with ads with Bolt Shot, since it's so good at dealing with ads, especially on the shotgun where you can constantly just re-proc Bolt Shot after every single shot. And whenever some big enemies do show up, you can deal with them with 4 times the charm, getting that extra ammo back. So I think Bolt Shot can definitely be very good on this weapon. Give you a bit of extra ad clear for the shotgun, which is something that they kind of struggle with sometimes. And then when you pair it up with 4 times the charm, it also lets you get a bit of extra free ammo. Now we also have Rolling Storm on this weapon, which can be good if you're already on something that relies on bolt charge or has another way of getting bolt charge, just to add a bit more to your arc build. And this one, unlike bolt shot, will be able to work with both reconstruction and 4 times the charm pretty well. I would definitely recommend that you run it with reconstruction though. I think it's gonna work a little bit better with that one. And again, this one works the best on an arc build, especially if you're already building into bolt charge. This one's gonna be fantastic. And lastly, let's talk about the actual damage perks that you can get on this weapon. You do have Precision Instrument, which I think is going to work very well with reconstruction. You're going to put a bunch of bullets into your magazine, and then you're going to be able to just fire off a bunch of shots with Precision Instrument, build it up really quickly, and then just get a bunch of damage out there on some big targets. If you're going for damage with this weapon, you want Precision plus Reconstruction. And lastly, you also have Surrounded, which it's a shotgun, so you're always going to be pretty close to enemies, meaning that you have a lot of chances of actually proccing Surrounded, getting that big damage buff. And this one is going to work with pretty much any of the perks. So this one's just a big damage buff that can work very well, and it works just really into what this weapon is, just being a shotgun. And those are the perks that I think has some potential in this weapon. If you guys have any other ones, make sure you guys leave it in the comments below. And now let's move on and let's talk about the main god rolls that I think that you should be searching for with this weapon. Now the very first one is the damage one that I just talked about not that long ago, is Reconstruction plus Precision Instrument. You overflow your magazine, and then you can really take advantage of Precision Instrument without having to reload. If you're just trying to output damage with this weapon, then this one's gonna be the one that you want to go for. You can also go with Bolt Shot plus 4 times the charm. The Bolt Shot's gonna give you a lot of ad clear, plus the 4 times the charm is gonna give you a couple extra shots of ammo. So I'm gonna recommend Bolt Shot plus 4 times the charm, or Reconstruction Precision Instrument as the rolls to go for. And if you guys have any other rolls you guys want to recommend or talk about, make sure you guys leave those in the comments below. Overall, I feel like the shotgun is definitely better than it was last year. I think just the addition of Reconstruction does a lot for the shotgun, and it definitely makes it feel better, especially if you're just putting out a lot of damage. But I also like the option to have Bolt Shot on it as well, so I definitely think that it's better this year. So if you guys didn't grab one of these last year, or maybe you just didn't like it last year, definitely give it a try. You may actually end up liking it a lot more this year. Anyways, thank you for watching, thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care everyone, have a good rest of your day, peace.